Hello everyone, welcome to the Adoran region. I'm your host, Adoran himself, and welcome back to the Detective Butler game, The Misadventures of Detective Butler, Maiden Voyage Murder. This is a visual novel game that I'm playing for the Saturday Mystery Game series, where every Saturday I play a mystery game, or continue a mystery game. This is a continuation of episode 1, which was posted last week, and I would recommend checking that out, because otherwise you won't understand what's going on. Or at least you won't understand some of the characters. Now, I'm going to say this in advance for this series in particular. This episode and the next 3 episodes are being recorded in advance. I'm going to point that out now. So this episode, the next one, and the one after that are posted in advance, and all 3 of these were done a few days after the first episode. So there may be a difference in voices between the first episode of last week's and this week's, compared to next week and the week after, but this week, which is let me just check the date to make sure I'm right. This week, the 14th, 21st, and 28th will all have the same voices. So hopefully, hopefully I remember them properly. I just wanted to point that out in advance in this episode, just in case you're wondering, like, hey, why did the voices sound different between episode 1 and 2, but they sound the same between 2, 3, and 4? I'm just pointing that out. All of these are being recorded in advance. So what I'm basically going to do is just record for roughly an hour and a half, and then split that up into 3 episodes. So, I apologize in advance if you're not a fan of that type of thing, but just because of time constraints, I have to do it this way. I apologize. Anyway, it's almost time to head out for dinner. After only a few minutes, I'm all set to get going. These doors have automatic locks, meaning the door locks on its own as soon as it closes. So this is the beginning of chapter 2, by the way. The only way for us to open each door is to use its unique card key. In the event we lose our key, the maid has her own master key card. She has a key ring, probably used to open any employee room. Let me just make sure the volume is good. I'm just going to talk really loud and see if it works. Let me adjust this real quick, because I feel like this might be a bit loud. Okay, so if I say a bunch of words, yeah, we're pretty good. I think this should be good. It might be a bit quiet, actually, but the background is just music. There's no voice acting or anything like that. After all, none of the guest room doors have regular keyholes. All the way down the hall, I see the company members standing around. Eliza impatiently tapping her foot. Huh, where's my dad? Which one was Eliza? Oh, shucks. I think Eliza was the blonde? If Eliza's the blonde, then I have this right. If not, then it's, the girl with the red hair. Or the red shirt, at least. He said he needed to take care of some business with the captain. He should be coming back soon, but it's taking so long. Oh, I see. I lean against the door to our room with a sigh. Cruise ships couldn't be more boring. Yeah, you can tell it's been a few days because I don't remember who Eliza is. Oh look, it's that guy again. What was his name? I don't think he ever told me. He looks over this way, noticing our large group. Then he takes a small notepad out of his pocket, turning to one of the middle pages. You're Gilligan Golding, right? How'd you know my name? These people you've been chatting with all have an emblem on their clothes. The logo of GG Incorporated, the famous life insurance company centered in New York. That made me think of a news article I wrote about their press conference. Did some research and found the CEO, Galvana Golder, with a son named Gilligan. Oh, okay, so Eliza was her. Okay, so in that case, Eliza's voice is more like, if you watch my Ace Attorney series, it's kind of like Maya's voice. Hello, are you a news reporter? I'm Eliza Jones, head of public relations, so if you'd like to do a story on our company... Pleasure to meet you. I'm a journalist for the Lighthouse Chronicles, the local paper. I'm here to do a story on the ship, but I suppose I could write something up for you too. Just call me Butler. That'd be wonderful. Here's my business card. So I'm assuming you're Howard, in which case... Butler, huh? I'm Howard... I still don't know if that's an I or an L. I assume it's an I. Yuan, the company's COO. Pleasure to meet you. Blythe, that's your name. Blythe Calico, company CFO. Nice meeting you. The other 2 hand Butler business cards as well. And here's my card too. He takes out some business cards, handing them out to each of us. Detective Butler. Wait a minute, you're a detective? Not yet, but I've got to start somewhere. One day, though, I'll be the greatest detective in the world. You mean like Sherlock Holmes? Yep. Working as a journalist in the meantime should be a good way to find some interesting cases to solve. Oh, so if you know, oh my gosh. My dad in particular was a big fan of foreign comic series. So, serial series. So things like, Asterix and Obelix, if you know that, or Tintin is the big one. Working as a journalist to become a detective is effectively Tintin's job. So Tintin is, I think, in his early 20s with a dog named Snowy, which is, oh shucks, I'm terrible at dog breeds. I think it's like a Scottish Terrier or something like that. It's a white, puffy little dog. And together they go solving mysteries across the world, doing random things like that. I absolutely love it. It's probably one of my favorite series of anything out there. And Butler just reminds me of him, except without Snowy, which, to be honest, Tintin without Snowy is like, you know, it's like a person without water. It's just, you have to have the two together. Makes sense. Although I've read some mystery novels, they didn't interest me much. Oh boy, oh shucks. So in other words, you're a casual. Hey, what's wrong with my taste in books? I never said it was wrong. Just giving an opinion. You truly are a journalist. I wonder where my dad went. Dunno, he's sure taking a while. I've got my own agenda, so I'll be going now. Ciao. I keep making Butler have an English accent when he's not supposed to. He's just supposed to have a deep voice. Kind of like Miles Edgeworth during my playthrough of Ace Attorney. Butler tips his hat to everyone, turns towards the staircase, and leaves me with the company members. The atmosphere quickly returns to its boring state. Eventually, some men in suits turn the corner of the hallway, my father among them. I had Galvano as like a sort of country father. Sorry to keep you waiting, but like I said, I had to deal with some business back there. Figured I should be productive while my kid is slacking off. He turns to the men, says something I can't hear at this distance, and proceeds to walk towards our group, leaving the others behind. Anyway, I was discussing something with the captain in his room. He's a real nice guy. He said they'll show us to the VIP dining area in a moment. You met the captain himself? If I'm not mistaken, Galvano, you're friends with the captain, aren't you? That's right. It's a long story, so I won't bore Gilligan here with the details. Well, we've been good friends for some time. The men in suits suddenly part like the Red Sea, and the man clad in white steps between them. From his appearance alone, anyone can tell he's the captain of this ship. Okay, I need a voice for Jack. Also, I should mention this. Any of my voices that aren't my normal voice, I apologize if they are insulting or disparaging in some way. I really don't want to. I try to make accents good, because my voice instantly for Jack, I start to think of like Jacksepticeye, and start to do like an Irish or a Scottish or that sort of accent. Like I know he's Irish, obviously, but like I'm thinking those type of that region of like Northwest Europe, and I'm going to bomb terribly at the accent. I'm gonna do it nevertheless. Welcome aboard our cruise ship. I, Captain Jack Equinox, sincerely hope you enjoy your stay. He gives everyone a salute, as if to make himself appear even more charismatic. No doubt he wants to impress us. He then extends his hand out to each of us, formally welcoming us onto the ship. I shake his hand and thank him, but only to remain polite. I'm still doubtful this cruise will be any fun. Shortly after, the men surround the captain, forming a semicircle behind him. This man has secret security, secret service type thing. It was almost like they were lining up behind a general on a battlefield, ready to serve his every command. Each one of them looks as tall as menacing as a real soldier. I wouldn't be surprised if they were all war veterans, at the very least bodybuilders. I probably shouldn't do anything to get on their bad side. Now then, I'll be glad to show you all the way to the VIP seating. Please, follow me. And here we go. The VIP seating is as fancy as I was expecting. By the way, in case... I know it's 10 minutes in, and this is probably very late to explain this, but this is all coming from Gilligan's point of view, who is the child of Galvano. So his voice is like, of course, it's nothing that I haven't seen before, it's just a little bit higher pitch. But this time it's on a cruise ship. The men in suits have decided to surround our whole group as we walk by. It seems they will not only protect the captain, but any VIP guest as well. Our group is led past most of the tables to a special seating area reserved for the VIP passengers. Here you are. We take our seats at the VIP-only table, covered with an elegant cloth and adorned with bottles of champagne. Haha! What a nice place! Thanks, Jack. No problem, Mr. Golder. Our head chef will be right with you. Please, enjoy your meal. And with that, the captain and his men disappear into the crowd. Howard, Eliza, Blythe. Oh, this is Galvano. Howard, Eliza, Blythe. Thank you. It's because of all your hard work that we're able to dine here tonight. I ordered these drinks and appetizers for all of us, to celebrate the company's miraculous success. Hear, hear. What an incredible year it's been. So many ups and downs. Yeah, for a while I thought we were totally finished. Now we can finally relax, and the company lives on. Smiles rise on each of their faces, showing their pride in their accomplishments. This is their victory party after all. I know very little of what happened in the company, because I never sought to be a part of it. But that's okay. Regardless of the reason, all of us are here together on this cruise ship. A few moments later, my father takes his glass of champagne. The fact that this is getting quiet is concerning. He holds it high, above the center of the table. So let's have a toast. To the success of the company. Past, present, and future. Then the five of us speak at once. To the success of the company. Past, present, and future. Our glasses of champagne touch, and we each proceed to take a sip. Gah, I spilled some on the tablecloth, but I don't think anyone noticed. The fact that it got really quiet concerned me, but alright. Two more of those men in suits approach our table, each one pushing a serving cart stacked with food. But this time, someone else accompanies them. He looks like a chef or something, given his attire. Alright, so his name is Donald. Alright, what would be a good chef's voice? Alright, let's go with a terrible French accent that I try to bring back my old high school French. Good evening, everyone. I am the head chef, Don Lacalé, and tonight I shall have the pleasure of serving you all a fantastic dinner. Oh ho ho. That's probably the wrong voice to give him, but I'm going to give it to him nevertheless. Hopefully the chef is not that big of a deal. He seems like a cheerful enough old man. A walking cane in his hand doesn't slow him down one bit. Ah, Donald. Nice to see you again after so long. You know, I was really surprised to hear the great Galvano was coming here. I had no idea if I'd ever see you again. Same here. Who would have thought I'd get a second chance to taste your delicious cooking? Indeed. The old man looks around the table, keeping a smile on his face. Let's see, I know Galvano, but the rest of you are all new faces to me. Turns out that my father had met Donald at a high-class restaurant years ago. My father regularly visited California for various business trips, and there was one time he needed to go to a restaurant. Or maybe he was just hungry and slacked off a bit. In any case, it seemed Donald was eventually fired from his old job, but once he learned his cruise ship needed a professional chef, he was back in the working world again. I can't even imagine working at his age, but he must find it worth the effort. A pleasure meeting you all. Now then, the food is ready. It is a special treat for the VIPs on the house. One by one, the men distribute the plates from the serving cart around the table. Donald simply leans back on his cane, making sure nothing goes wrong. Each plate is loaded with all kinds of fancy foods. I'm not even sure I'd be able to get all their names right. Nonetheless, we'll be eating a dinner fit for a king and his men. I'm sure my father will order no less of a meal. The main dish consists of lamb, bacon roasted, loin, neck croquet, with confit, butternut squash, and finally a sweet pepper reduction.
I see, just as I thought. I've tried making lamb at home, but it never looks this good.
And don't forget to leave room for dessert. Specialty ginger milk chocolate cremeux, liche grenade. Liche? I think it's liche. Liche grenade, spice bread, and to top it all off, slices of passion fruit. Oh, we will. All of this food looks great. Alan smiles and walks back to the kitchen along with the two men who followed him here. I'm normally a slow eater, but I was able to clean my plate rather fast this time. Perhaps because I never really stopped to join the conversation. Nothing I'm interested in talking about anyway. I look over to see where Donald went. He's standing near another table, but the person sitting there is none other than Butler, being served by the head chef as well. Apparently they're wrapped in their own conversation, but I can't hear a word. Was he being treated as a VIP guest too? From time to time I glance over there and see the two of them still talking. Whatever's going on over there must certainly be more interesting than this conversation. Hey Gilligan! What you looking at? Oh, nothing. Of course it's nothing. Why don't you chat with us for a bit instead of staring at the space,
I wouldn't know what to say. I'm sure you have lots of interesting things to talk about.
Yeah. Gilligan is a very interesting young man. I'm not too sure about that. Noticing that the plates and bowls are empty, Donald finally shows up. I'm saved. I glance over at Butler's table while Donald asks everyone how much they've enjoyed their meal. Naturally, they all give compliments. He's writing in a notebook. I wonder what it says. Almost as if he heard my question. He looks back at me, opening the notebook and sitting it up on the table, open to a page near the center. I know I'm good looking, but it's not polite to stare at Gilligan. I jump back in my chair and turn my head in embarrassment. Then I turn around once more and give him a disgusted glare. In response, a cruel smirk rises on his face. Looks like he got some enjoyment out of that. I like this. Damn it. Better pay attention to what's going on at my own table than mess with that guy again. I like that. Just basically roasting you. Like, hey, stop looking at me. Go focus on your own thing.
Well then, that concludes dinner. I'll be on duty to serve you all tomorrow night as well.
I have to stand up, politely tucking in our chairs underneath the table. We say our farewells to the good chef and leave the dining hall. I'm gonna head back to my room. Gilligan?
I think I'll explore the ship a bit. I've had enough of staying in my room.
Good call.
I'll do the same. I heard there's a nice bar around here. Oh, is there? And is there a sauna too?
Maybe we can arrange something later. Don't take too long, Gilligan, or you'll be locked out of your room. Well, unless you get that cute maid to open the door. The three of them split up, leaving me all by myself, with the clock ticking down. No, there's still one other person here.
Oh, I didn't realize you were standing there. I thought you had already left. Not yet. I just wanted to make sure you're okay. You look bored out of your mind all day.
Thanks, but I'm fine. I mean, this cruise just isn't my cup of tea.
You sure? I mean, your father can be rather strict, and sometimes unfair. It must be very stressful tagging along with him and constantly being in his shadow.
That's true, but what else can I do? That's just how things are.
Well, if there's ever a problem between you and your father, I'll be on your side.
After I thank Blythe once more, she takes her leave, going down the hall. I'll take a short walk around the ship to clear my mind. Maybe I'll stumble upon something interesting. I ascend the stairs nearby, going up to the 6th deck. Looks like no one else is out here. Even though it's a summer, the nighttime breeze gives me chills. It's a really lonely feeling. Facing the pitch-black ocean, all I can see is the bleak night sky. I think there are brief specks on there. I'm not 100% sure if that's my screen or not, though. Not even the stars are there to guide me, only clouds. A dark, hopeless future. I'm an embarrassment to my father. The son of the great CEO, isn't he really that amazing after all? I can't live up to my father's name. I honestly don't even want to. Anyone's name but his. Living a life for the sake of pleasing someone who has no concern for you. sorry. That isn't living, right? Am I really just a puppet of my father's wishes? Oi. I turned to where the voice came from. It's Butler. What are you doing out here? I could ask you the same. I do what I want because I'm Butler. That's reason enough. Anyway, it's nothing. You wouldn't understand. Don't get all emo on me, kid. Tell me, what's wrong? My life is a lie. I have no friends because I'm pretending to be someone I'm not. And it wasn't even by my own will. No friends, huh? Yeah. You know, a person's environment can make all the difference in their happiness. Sometimes people just can't get along with each other. I'd be happy if I could just go somewhere far away from home. And where is home? That city over there? It used to be. If I had the choice, I'd live there again, rather than all the way across the country. I see. So you moved around a lot as a kid? Not a lot. Just once. But it was enough to leave an impression. I was the same. So I could never make any friends. What kind of places do you live at? I can't remember. Too long ago. Memories I'd rather not relive. I wish I could forget. My mother died when I was young. I don't want to get into the details. Sorry to hear that, but your father is still alive, right? My father's already dead to me. Ooh! Oh boy! I've already looked him in the eye since the day my mother died. Am I supposed to feel sorry for him? Even after all the crap he's put us through? To fuel his own ego? All these years I haven't been able to say it to anyone. Who would believe that the son of a famous and respected guy like him was in such a mess? If only they knew the truth about him. I gripped the metal bars of the railing, holding tight. My resentment channels itself into anger, and my knees collapsed from under me. I know that my emotions can get the best of me sometimes, but saying my thoughts out loud to a total stranger willing to listen to some kid's problem, it helps. Between truth and happiness, you can't have both. He lends me his hand. I take it and stand back up. The more people learn, the more they want to hide from the truth. It's a depressing reality, but you can't let that stop you. If you do, then you're just another idiot. What do you mean, truth and happiness? What are you doing all alone out here? You're bored, aren't you? And you're searching for an answer. Just think. How many hundreds of people are on this boat? They're all here on vacation, right? Well, except the workers. It's an escape for them. From reality. Right. When people are unhappy, they look for the truth. And when people are happy, they tend to run from it. And if you ask me, the truth is worth finding. Why is the truth worth finding? If it's such an unhappy thing, wouldn't those people who run from it really know what they're doing? Maybe they're not idiots after all. It's because those who run from things always find it catching up to them. And then they don't know what to do. Those who seek things out will always be prepared for what's next. I can tell just from talking to you today that I like your style. That means you're an honest and truthful person. You're not afraid to look truth in the eye when others cower back in fear. And I should be proud of that? I should be proud that I'm unhappy? Right. You just need a bit more confidence, that's all. It's a lonely place at the top, you know. The detective reached into his coat pocket, pulling out a hand-sized notepad. Here, take this. You might need something to help you remember your name. A notepad? What do you want me to do with it? Okay, I thought it was pause for a second. Live. And don't forget it. Write in it every day. That way you'll have something to reflect on when you end up like this. And you'll see how stupid you're being right now. I see. It really is easy to forget. It's so easy to forget about how fragile life really is. I'll show you a neat trick. Flip to the very center of the book, and right from there, working your way from the inside to the outside. It'll make it completely unreadable to anyone other than you. Or at least, anyone else who doesn't know the trick.
That's cool. Did you come up with that yourself?
Sure did. If you try and steal it, I'll sue you for copyright infringement.
Anyway, it seems like good advice, so I'll take it.
You should always take my advice. Listen to me and you'll get far in life.
Sure.
Well, my work here is done. Shall we go back?
Yeah.
The two of us head back inside.
Looks like this is where we part ways.
Yep. We'll run into each other again.
Yeah. We're stuck here together, aren't we?
Unfortunately. When we...
Huh?
It means good night.
Good night, and thanks.
Butler walks to the door labeled 501, swipes his key through the lock. Guess I should knock and hope my father's inside to let me in. Welcome back. Father opens the door for me. It sucks not having a key myself.
Thanks.
Plop into the edge of the bed, away from the door, and take off my shoes, ready to go to sleep. You're smiling. That's a first in a long time.
I'm slightly impressed. Cruise might not be a bad idea after all.
Just slightly. That's the wrong word. I was hoping for more than that.
Life's a little bit better when you meet interesting people.
That's true. Making connections with a wide range of people is good for business. It's not just what you know, but the people you know. That'll get you places in life. My father laughs to himself for a bit, but I'm too tired to really care. Maybe I can end this night on a good note after all. I'm sorry, Gilligan.
You're sorry? That kind of came out of nowhere.
I've wondered what I could do to make things better, but you're never cooperative about it.
It hasn't been the same since Mom died. You know that. I don't think there's anything you can do.
I've tried to move on since that day.
You seem to have put all of your energy into the company since then. Maybe I can understand why. Isn't it like a second family to you?
In certain ways, I suppose.
If I had the choice, I would have never moved away. But you used Mom's death as an excuse to go start a new life for yourself somewhere else, and you just forgot about me.
That's not true.
You don't remember, huh? I had to abandon everyone and everything on a whim, just because of that.
It was for our own safety. Believe me, I know what I did. Have a little more respect for your own father.
Respect? You think I still have any respect for you after what happened to Mom? We would have been safer if you hadn't...
Quiet. I didn't do a damn thing to her. That wasn't my responsibility.
What is going on? I have no idea what's going on. No matter how many times you deny it, do you really think I'll believe you? I know what you were up to, whether you admit it or not. It's your fault that Mom had to die. What is this case? Am I solving this murder?
Gilligan.
Well, isn't it true?
Come on. Come on.
What do you have to say?
Gilligan.
You'll do what?
I'll talk to the others. I had hoped you would inherit the company, but I guess that won't be happening. I can't force you. So I'll have to choose a different successor.
You're willing to do that, huh? What do you think that would accomplish?
It's the one thing you've asked of me these past 10 years. And you are my son, after all. I'm not the monster you think I am. Alright then. Thank you. I'll see you in the morning. Good night, Gilligan. Good night. And with that, I turn off the bedside lamp, crawl into the blankets, and close my eyes. Tomorrow can't come soon enough.